I go by WTS Nemo. WTS mean work to struggle, and Nemo, that's what I've been called since I've been growing up. I've been doing music since around 12, 11. I'm 19. So my uncle, around that time when I first started, he started making beats. And he was making beats in the kitchen. I was young, just wanted to hear myself. I heard myself, I wanted to get better, and I fell in love. His name, Johnny Cash, Cash Work Beats. Nah, he from Gulfport. Johnny, John, Cash, CA, the cash symbol, H. Growing up, I used to be in and out of juvenile, get in trouble, and then the music came naturally, and I grew a passion for it. Music was there for me. I feel like music was been there. Let me redo that. Music been there for me more than people. That's how I feel. And I everything original come from the heart. I love it, and I feel like it loved me, and it's starting to pay off. I prefer not talking about it, but hanging around the wrong crowd. Be yourself. Don't join a gang or organization to feel love. It's always people outside of your family that you could talk to. Prime example, my person, Jay, he took me in, and actually that's my goddad. See, me and Jay, we kind of, when he first started the label, I was there. It all started. Funny story, I was actually on house arrest. I violated my house arrest. I was on house arrest, and I went to his studio. When I went to his studio, he liked me because I was engaged with it, and he say I'm above my years. I always had a grown personality, so I was in his studio. I booked a session for an hour. I ended up being there for like 12, and we just locked in like that. WTS Nemo. Because you haven't been outside. Lately I've been doing reels every day on Instagram. Even if they don't like it, it's just stand in your groove, and whatever you do, just keep shooting. Prime example, y'all do interviews. Y'all can do an interview about anything. It don't have to be nothing that nobody like, but it's something that's for you. I'm on all platforms at WTS Nemo, but I prefer being on Instagram at WTS Nemo, my Facebook WTS Nemo. Anything you want to find me, WTS Nemo, and you can find me on all platforms, YouTube, stuff like that.
Hell no. What?
I do what Kodak did. Kodak did a feature with 6ix9ine and dissed him on it. I need the bag to bring more bags to the table. Any exposure is good exposure. If it's bad exposure, it's still exposure because you're being talked about.
Period. All right.
Trials and tribulation, I always had an open mind. Like I said, I've been around the wrong crowd. But actually, I'm glad you said that. I got a clothing line on the way called Rack Racing. It's double R. It's gonna be streetwear. I plan on dropping in the end of the month. If they have their iron in and have the business part that you need to register, if they have anything, if they already have that sold up, you always gotta have an option too. like I said, WTS means worth the struggle. So I can do worth the struggle, and I'm thinking about once I build that brand, I want to do high end clothing. Now my high end clothing ain't gonna be black man clothing. My mom do it. That's kind of like that's kind of like our time together, you know. Honestly, yeah, it did. We been through a lot together. She had me at a young age, and she growing as a parent. I'm growing as a person. We kind of grow together.
Oh, I know.
I did a lot of crazy things. I feel like anything that put me going to jail is crazy because I know I'm better than that and I'm smarter than that. Like I said, wrong place, wrong time, and hanging around the wrong people. Just because they hanging out don't mean you gotta hang out. If you got a dream or a passion, invest into that instead of bullshit. I'm a Pisces. WTS Nemo.